Hello everyone, good morning. I hope you are very excited for your first verbal session today. We'll of course start off with reading comprehension because that's the most critical component in verbal now in CAT. You just have reading comprehension, para jumbles, para summaries and odd sentence out. All of these question types require good reading skills. So we'll start off with reading comprehension today. But before that, a quick introduction. Hi, I'm Munira Lokhandwala and I am Calcutta alumna, a serial 100 percentiler in CAT, a 99 percentiler in GMAT. I also have a CAT verbal book published by Wiley and available on Amazon. You can find me on the Unacademy YouTube channels. You can also find me in the Unacademy app. First, search for Unacademy, install the app, go for the CAT Plus courses, get subscription. Which subscription to go for, we'll talk at the end of the class. You can use my code Munira10 to get a subscription of 10%, right? 10% discount. So great, let's start off with the puzzle I gave you all the last time. We are working with Olympics in Navi Mumbai, right? So you have 540 students participating and each of them are participating in 3 events. So how many student participations do we have? We have 540 participants, but how many participation? So I'm just writing patient participation. Okay, we have 1620, which is 540 into 3. Now each event has 20 students. So how many events are there? You will have 81 events. Each event also has 2 coaches. So how many coaches? If all of the coaches are different, I will need 162 different coaches. But coaches are not different. You have 18 coaches managing 162 events and each of them are supervising the same event. So the number of events each coach will supervise will be 162 by 18, 9. So that's your answer, guys, 9. Right? Great. I hope you like the puzzle. And now let's go on to reading comprehension. So, you know, a lot of us read in a very laid back manner. So I'd like to say that we read passively. I mean, I just want you to actually sit back right now, pause the video, and think about how you watch a movie with respect to how you read a article. When you're watching a movie, you're watching it very actively. You'll try and predict कि अब hero क्या बोलेगा. अब heroine अभी somebody has knocked on this door. This hero is stupid enough to go and open the door, right? So you predict. You are involved. You are engaged. You are active while watching a movie. But while reading, no, you just read. I'm so sorry, but yeah, that's what you do. You just read. You're not involved. You don't try to predict what happens. It is very passive, which means that your reading speed goes down, right? And you are not going along with the author with respect to the opinions and everything. So one of the first thing you have to do, right, is while reading, be involved and try to predict. Okay, where is the author going? Ab kya hoga? What will happen next from here? So when you have keywords like but, although, and right, they are giving some indication. Okay, yes, now this and means the thought will continue. Although and but means that there's something going against it, right? So you have to take these cues and you have to read actively, right? So your reading also has to become active. Okay, that is one. Second, we'll see why reading comprehension in CAT is difficult. I've already told you all in the first lecture that we did, right? That first overall lecture that reading becomes difficult not because the topic is very abstruse or you have big words. The reading becomes tough because the sentences are generally longer than average. So how do you read such sentences? That's one of the things we'll do today. How do you collate the sentences into paragraphs? That's the second thing that we'll do today. And finally, on actual CAT 2009 questions, we'll see how to make a passage map, right? And how to solve questions based on it. So that's what we are going to do today, guys. We are going to more or less cover the entire reading comprehension, 70-80% of it today. Okay. After that, it's going to be a lot of practice and small things that you will learn, but a majority of things we'll cover today itself. So guys, please stay focused on this lecture and keep pausing in between, because I understand reading is heavy as it is, and then you have these god awful topics, right? So great. Let's start off with reading some sentences. What I'd like you all to do, guys, is pause as usual, read them yourself, see what kind of you know what kind of sense you can come up with. So first of all, these are sentences that I've picked up from the articles that I gave you all to read. I hope you have read them. Okay. So this is from the first article about aging. These other two are from European law. Then you have some sentences later on from French cooking. So all of these are sentences that you would have encountered. Okay. So coming back now to each of the sentence. If you have not done it, please pause. Okay. Much of the activity he was interested in is in an area of the brain referred to as blah. So see this posterior medial, do I know it? I don't know it. Can I make sense of it? If someone says batata bada, right? Or if someone says cricket, perhaps I can make sense of those words. But because I don't, I cannot, I will just ignore it. I'll say, okay, there's some area in the brain which includes some regions, right? And these areas are heavily involved in representing context, situation awareness, and memory. So, ये addition to memory में यही ला दूंगी. So there is the activity this guy is interested in is in somewhere in the brain that includes some areas, and that part of the brain is heavily involved in context, situational awareness, and memory. So that is the most important part, right? That a part of the brain is involved heavily in these areas. Everything else is just fluff, you can call it, right? So you'll say, oh, but this posterior medial is important. Of course it is, but you don't need to remember it. If they ask, no, you are not going to get a question which says which area of the brain or which network is heavily involved. No, you won't get factual direct questions. Your job is to first understand how the whole context is formed, how opinions are formed. In which case you can just say, some posterior network, I don't care. That's how you need to read sentences. You need to focus on what is the subject. The subject is around here, right? What is the verb that these areas are heavily involved, right? And what is the object? It is memory, context, and awareness. Even situational you can draw. So the important part of the sentence is this: from these areas to here. A lot of it is fluff. Okay. Let's again apply the same thing in the second sentence. The European law that arose from these traditions was characterized by its treatment. So the law that came from the tradition, right, may features legal institutions and processes that were independent with respect to what's happening around. So surrounding social, religious, moral, blah blah. So the European law that came in was independent of surrounding things. That's what is important. Okay, the European law, autonomous means independent of the surrounding things. That's how you need to read these sentences, guys. If you get too much into detail, too much into each and every word, your eyes will glaze over and you will start thinking of PUBG, right? Okay. Let's do the next sentence, third sentence. Where is the pen? Okay, here it is. This analytical separation of law from other things was maintained by some people. They were trained in something, right? Which was understood to be internally consistent and historically continuous. So, what is important? Okay, this analytical separation of law was maintained by these jurists who were trained in various things. Right? So, how is this analytical separation of law maintained? By some qualified people who are trained in various things. That is important, guys. So, that's how, don't go into too much detail, right? So, now that we have done three sentences, again, pause, do these three sentences, and then we'll move on. So, fourth sentence. During this blah, again, what do I care? I don't care. During this enlightenment, cuisine became important, right? Everywhere cuisine was written about. Food became art. That's it. So, cuisine became important. Cuisine, which is food again, right? Became important, became art, and was discussed in various things. That is the point of the fourth sentence. If you actually count the number of words in the sentence, right, it is really too sad, too much. Regional dishes like blah, 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 made from are all examples of. So this is a very, very easy sentence, right? But at the same time, I'm not going to focus on any of these facts. So that's why I have this sentence here, guys. Okay, some dishes, some sauces are examples of some cuisine, this cuisine. Don't go into details unless a question is asking you that which of these are not an example. Then maybe you can come back and check. Okay, but do not read into each detail. So I know we are doing English, but थोड़ा सा maths कर लेते हैं. Okay, ये है graph. And this is time on the x-axis, and this is how much content you will know on the y-axis. So you start from zero content, zero time, and then little time you put, you learn a lot. And then you to learn a little more, you have to put a lot of time. Why do you want to know everything? Why do you want to put this? You have to stop somewhere here. Some things you don't need to know unless there's a question on it. So guys, please understand, right, that you have to optimize on time versus what you learn from it. Okay? Great. Sixth question. This movement also inspired, okay, so food trend was inspired, molecular gastronomy turned French chef into a chemist and gave him weapons or tools to create new things. So again, a very easy sentence, right? But our focus is that the movement inspired a trend where French chef, so again, molecular gastronomy, I'm not going to focus on, became a chemist and they expanded the world of cooking possibilities. In your mind, don't even think of culinary. The easier you replace the tougher words in your mind when you are reading, the faster your reading is going to be. That's another important thing, right? So in your mind, don't keep culinary, keep cooking possibilities, and just see how easy it becomes to remember stuff. Right? The seventh, eighth, both of these are from the Donald Trump passage that I gave you all. Richest country in the world, so that's the US, right? Because how do you know it's the US? You see Washington. So you say, forget, US has a postal service that is unfit so that it cannot guarantee all postal votes. So important thing is that US ka postal service is now unfit for voting. See, if you can just quickly get the main idea like this, right? So many words you can ignore. I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 words. Instead of how many words here? You have 4, 8. Oh God, you have close to your 35 words. So if I say 36, that's a ratio of 1:6. Again, some maths. Okay. Eighth question. On Sunday, somebody, Nancy Drew, Nancy Pelosi, whatever, somebody said, and she was the speaker, not important, that she would get people back, right, for a vote saying that USPS has to go back to previous service levels. जो पहले का 1st January का service level था, it has to go back to its previous service level, right? So somebody is going to take a vote and prohibit this loss or this destruction of service. I would like to use deterioration, actually that's the best word, of service. Now, ninth is one of the toughest ones. It is written by Bertrand Russell, a very great author. It is from Analysis of the Mind. And guys, if you think कि क्या ये cat में आएगा, ये cat में आ सकता है. Cat has had very difficult passages. If you see some of the passages in 2006, 2014, and 2016, you will see that some of these passages are really exceedingly. They don't have difficult words, but they have difficult ideas, difficult philosophies. Okay. So those who are not professional people, metaphysicians, who cares? Those who are not are willing to say that they do not know what mind actually is. So These people do not know what mind is, they do not know what matter is, but they realize that they are different. There is a gulf between them. मतलब दोनों में gulf है, gap है. Gulf means gaps. और दोनों इस ही दुनिया के हैं. So that is the concept of this, right? That professionals, those who are not professionals, they also recognize that mind and matter are different. There is a gap, and they both exist. They may not know what mind is, they may not know what matter is, but they know that there is a gap in between. Okay, that is what the 9 sentences. Great. So now let's read a paragraph together. We'll continue in the same passage only. We have picked up a paragraph. As usual, I'd want you all to pause, read this passage, and then we'll discuss it. I'll just have a short water sip break. Okay. So the view expressed by somebody and developed by many. So first question here, कि इसका view और इसका view, is it same or different? So view expressed by somebody and developed by many. Among these is this guy. So they are of the same opinion. So this is what a CAT question will be like. That the example given by Menong, does it agree with Brentano or does it go against Brentano? So you may just think of them as B and M. Right? So once you think of people, forget their names, etc., focus on the ideas given. That's what is important. Okay. So what is the view? That there are 3 elements involved in the thought of an object. What are the 3 elements? The act, the content, and the object. The act is the same if it is of the same consciousness. What is so consciousness here is I. Agar main akela, if I think of something, because I have the same consciousness whether I'm thinking of ice cream or pudding. So forget Smith and John, right? Whether I'm thinking of ice cream or pudding, I am thinking. So the act of thinking is the same, but the content is different. Obviously, ice cream is different from pudding. But what I'm thinking about ice cream should not be confused with actual ice cream. So the content should not be confused with the object. Confounded, confused. Content is in the mind. Object may not even be an actual thing. For example, when I think about the Marvel universe, is it real? No. So it may be something abstract, something imaginary, something even self-contradictory. I can think about contradictory things also, right? But if the thought exists, if the act of thinking exists, the content exists. And the content distinguishes it from other thoughts. That is the point of this whole paragraph, right? So even if you see there are long sentences and there are abstract ideas, but if you just focus on main points, there are 3 elements involved: act, content, and object, right? Act is the act of thinking, content is what you are thinking, and object is what you are thinking about. That's it. You've got the paragraph, right? So great. Now we will actually make passage maps when we are reading passages. So we are going to do that using CAT 2009 questions. So CAT 2009 was the first computerized CAT. It was held in across 20 days, 2 slots. So there were 40 slots, 40 different papers. Each slot had 60 questions, right? 60 questions broken across 3 sections, so 20 questions per section. VARC में there were 10 RC questions, 3 critical reasoning, which is again reading, 5 usage based, and 2 grammar. So obviously this is not important for us right now, right? We have only reading comprehension, para jumbles, right? Para summary, and odd man out. Odd man out, I would just say, is the same as para jumbles, right? So these are very similar question types. So what we'll do is we'll do from one of these slots, we will do 10 RC questions, okay, with 3 passages. So the first passage is here. It's broken up into 2 parts. These are the 2 parts, okay. So I will, this is the first part. You can pause here, read this completely. Now I'm going to go to the second part. Again, please pause here and read this completely, okay. Once you read both of these, you can then start off here. And now we will talk about how to make a passage map. So passage map is basically having a good idea of the flow of the full passage. Okay. So यहाँ पे you have AMCs, वो शुरू हो गया, introduction ही आ गया कि this is the AMC का 3 function. History ने ऐसा, this was they were supposed to do these 3 things historically: patient care, research, and teaching. But there are a lot of problems, right? Because the inefficiencies as duplication of activities, right, leads to problems. So that's the part of the first paragraph. The first paragraph is an introduction. That historically this is what they are supposed to do. But these 3 things, 1, 2, 3, are now having a lot of problems because of inefficiencies, because of duplication of activities, administrative bureaucracies, etc., etc. Okay. Now, what is the first source of inefficiency? So now you start off with the first meat paragraph, right? And that says that it comes from mixed lines of authority. Clinical chiefs and practitioners are typically responsible to the hospital for practical issues. So they are responsible to 2 things. One is the hospital, and they are responsible also to the medical school. So that is where the conflicting line of authority comes from. Okay. Community physicians with privileges add more complications. They do not have any responsibility, so they have no official affiliation, but they have to cooperate with faculty members. This fragmented accountability, sometimes twice, sometimes no accountability, right, is heightened that 3 different groups often vie for the loyalty of physicians who receive research. That groups is the medical school, the hospital, right, and the grant administrators. These are the, so see, that is where the active reading comes from. You see, the fragmented is heightened by the fact that 3 different groups. So you say, okay, what are the 3 groups? The 3 groups are: the medical school may wish to capitalize, the hospital may desire something else, and the grant administrators may focus on the researchers' humanitarian motives. Communication is rarely, वो तो obvious है. See, some of these sentences are so obvious. If there's mixed line of authorities, communication will not be there. And physicians, जहाँ ज़्यादा पैसा है भाई, that is true for everyone, कि जहाँ पे भी best perks है, that's where people will go. Okay, so we have got the first 2 passages in our head. अगर कोई detail में जाके कुछ पूछता है, we may need to come back, but you actually don't need to come back. First paragraph is introduction. Second paragraph talks about inefficiency because of mixed line of authority. Third paragraph. Physicians, doctors have obligations to many groups. So A, B, C, D, I don't even care kitna group, kya group, right? Different groups, and they all have varied expectations. Satisfying the interest of one group. So all this is obvious. May alienate other groups. Patient care is a common example. Benefit of medical students, physicians may order too many tests. Prolonged patient visit. तो ये तो सब हुआ भी है किसी ना किसी के साथ फैमिली में, राइट, कि टेस्ट की जरूरत नहीं होती, टेस्ट करवा लेते हैं. Were more aware of how much treatment and how institutions treat, they would be better physicians. So these are a lot of obvious things here. So the second source of inefficiency, right, is that physicians have obligations to different groups. That's important. So intro paragraph tha, first paragraph. Second was mixed line of authority. One, efficiency, right? First efficiency. Second efficiency is that obligations to many groups by doctors, physicians. You don't need to write this as much, guys, when you're actually doing the paper, right? But you can write it right now and get into this habit of doing it in your head properly. Third, a bias towards specialization is another inefficiency. So, acha hai na, well-made paragraphs. Fourth paragraph, talks about the third inefficiency, okay, bias towards specialization. AMCs are viewed as institutions serving the gravest needs, right? So you have high number of specialty residents and high number of specialty things. But though less conspicuous, there are facilities for ordinary primary care patients, right? I have a small cut, please make stitches. That's ordinary primary care. In fact, many patients choose to visit an AMC for primary care, right? They don't come for specialist. अगर specialist होता है तो वो instantaneously हो जाता है. So while AMCs have emphasized cutting edge, there are more routine medical, which is primary care, that needs development and enhancement, right? So that's the third inefficiency. Final contribution is organizational complacency. People are relaxed. Nobody is reading actively. All these organizations are reading passively. So they are complacent, means that they are laid back, relaxed. Until recently, to the public merely by being there, right? But because of the rising presence of tertiary hospitals, AMCs are now in a competitive market. So AMCs have to address their inefficiencies and become better. That is how it's a nice conclusion कि अभी तक they could have relaxed with these inefficiencies, but because of the presence of other hospitals, they have to wake up. So let's do 4 questions now. The author's attitude towards the inefficiencies at academic medical centers is one of. So, the bade words hai, right? Reluctant, agreement, acquiescence is agreement. Reluctantly, is he agreeing? No, right? He's not agreeing to anything. He's just noting points down, he or she. Is there strident? Strident is high pitched, full on. क्या full on opposition है? No. There's a very reasonable tone, no? Isn't it a very reasonable tone where everything is nicely written? Not too many extreme words, not to any drama, right? There is no indecision के है के नहीं है. There is decisive, reasoned criticism. So answer is option B. The author of the passage would most likely agree with which of the following statements about primary care? Okay, so पैसे की बात हुई and think about it. Is the author going to say कि making more money is the primary criteria? No, right? So AMCs, if they focus mainly, no, the author is not saying focus mainly on this. If you go back and see, right, the author is saying that your primary care पे भी development and enhancement जरूरी है. ऐसा नहीं है कि you should focus on it only. Okay, so option 1 is out. Sometimes you'll eliminate options because they are too extreme. Burn and transplant need specialty care more than, so this is a general fact. It's true, right? Burn patients need more specialty care. It's not something that the author is saying with respect to primary care. It is a general fact. So 2 is also out. Everything is in relation to the passage. AMCs offer, no, there is a problem in the primary care. So this goes against the passage. D, inefficiency at AMCs would be reduced. Yes, there is inefficiency because primary care पे attention नहीं दिया गया है. So if primary care पे attention देके, if it would be made better, inefficiencies would go down. So D is best. See, I'll tell you guys 2 things here that you should and learn and focus on, right? English में there is no right answer. You know, maths में what do? You find the answer, you say, oh, this is the right answer, you spot it, you mark it. In English, out of 4 options, you have to find 3 wrong answers. And then the one that is left, which has nothing wrong with it, that becomes the right answer. So that is one thing that you have to keep in mind. Even if you think अरे ये A answer है, unless it's factual, कि वो बैटल कौन से साल में लड़ा गया था, that is different. वो CAT में नहीं होता है, right? So for CAT questions, guys, even if you feel B looks good, you need to show that C and D are wrong. You need to show other options are wrong, then only you are left with the right answer. Okay, that is the first lesson. The second lesson that I was talking about is, if the most passages that you'll encounter will be mild and reasonable, it is unlikely you will see a very melodramatic, a fiery sort of a passage, right? So mostly your options are also going to be mild options. Extreme options को generally आप eliminate कर सकते हैं. See, this is not a blanket rule. We'll see as we go forward that sometimes, extreme answers are possible, but as much as possible, if your paragraph was written in a reasonable tone, your answer also will be non-extreme. Great. Let's look at the third and the fourth. The author's primary purpose. is to talk about the inefficiencies. Correct? He is not talking about the rise and the fall. Rise हुआ, fall हुआ, we don't know. He's just saying कि tertiary hospitals आया है. Explain that multiples line. ये तो एक ही है ना. This is just one paragraph. This was the second paragraph. It's not the full passage का purpose. Delineate conflicts occurring in academic medical facilities. Maybe, but again, this is just one paragraph. This is part. This is also part. It's not the full passage. But D, right, where he's saying, okay, how is academic different from other healthcare entities? Because of the academic, because of education, there are multiples line of authority. Because of education, physicians also have different groups to, cater to. So that is the main point of the passage. Why are AMCs different? So answer is D. The author implies which are the following about faculty physicians at AMCs. Business sense, most of them lack good business sense. Business की तो बात ही नहीं की गई है with respect to doctors. So A is out. They put patients' physical health above their hospital's monetary concern. They may, but first of all, one thing about this option, it is extreme. It is saying कि ये होता ही है. अरे we don't know whether always ऐसा होगा कि नहीं होगा. Right? This is ideal. Whether it happens, we don't know. So second option is also out. They sometimes see, look at this, so nice, mild. They sometimes focus on education at the expense. Yeah, it's very clearly given. It's clearly given here. Right? Have obligation, satisfying, may alienate, care, provide, may order too many tests for education. So it's there nicely, and it is sometimes. So C is looking good. They lack official affiliation with the medical schools connected to AMC. They like official, they have no affiliation with anything, right? But medical schools connected to AMCs, that's not important, right? So answer has to be option C. We can go back and check this sentence of affiliation. The medical may wish to call, where is it? They have no affiliation. Community physicians, right? This is only community physicians. It is not true for all physicians, faculty physicians. That is where B is wrong. So see, this is the kind of check that you'll need to go back and do, right? But if I try and remember everything, then I'll just take too much time reading it. So answer is C, and D we can eliminate. Great. So now guys, with this in mind, again, this is the first part, this is the second part. And keeping this here for a few seconds, you can pause it here, read the first part. Once you read that, you can pause it here, read the second part. Then we'll come back, we'll make a passage map, and then we'll look at the 3 questions associated with this passage. Founded at the dawn of the modern industrial era, the nearly forgotten played an instrumental role. In the face of difficulty, adversity, they made a contribution greater than history tells us. So that is the intro. And the intro is telling one thing very clearly कि WTUL को अपना due नहीं मिला. They did more work than what history tells us in a time of adversity, difficulty. So that is the important things in the intro. Okay, the organizations did not come easily. Conflict हर okay ठीक है, ये तो already यहाँ पे आप समझ चुके होंगे. So this sentence doesn't help us. Conflict है वो तो हमें पता है. During early days was aggressively opposed American Union, right, by industry and government both, and they were largely unskilled. They didn't have leverage, right? Gender bias tha. So these are the problems. So the second paragraph tells us why WTL faced conflict. So nobody liked unions, right? They were unskilled, gender bias tha. Even the large, which nominally took, kept it at a distance because उनका power skilled labor force से आता था, right? So political cover mila, but allowing it to claim support for women workers. But these guys didn't get a present ally. They got a largely absent ally. So the second paragraph just talks about what are the kind of conflicts WTL faces. Third, Oops. They had to overcome internal discord. While the majority of the group's members were working women, right? So conflict. Okay, so now we just continue. Okay, introduction tha. Then first paragraph. Now I will think of the first paragraph as external conflicts. बाहर से उनको क्या क्या तकलीफें थी, against unions, unskilled labor force, gender bias, right? But third paragraph is internal conflicts. That it was made up of working women and middle and upper class women. Working women were focused on their problems. Middle class and upper class women were focused on other problems like education reform, urban poverty relief, right? But despite these problems, they accomplished a big deal. So यहाँ पे third paragraph में also there are some accomplishments. Okay, instrumental in the passage of state laws, 8-hour workday, minimum wage, provided seed money, who organized workers, established strike funds after some tragedy. So see, I'm not focusing, guys. Facts I don't focus on. Launched some investigation, and that led to workplace safety legislation. Okay. The organization also formed a political base and gave next generation American leaders. So third paragraph is a mix of internal conflicts and accomplishments. Final is the collapse of the organization. Late 20s से शुरू हुआ, Great Depression ने उसका funding killed its funding, and then finally in 1950 at the onset of the McCarthy era, this labor union, all labor unions actually face problems. Okay. So a turn of the century means around 1900s, right, was regarded by many as radical, didn't weather the storm brought by the McCarthy era, right? But that does not mean that you should diminish the accomplishments of the organization. So overall, they're saying that WTUL did not get its due. There were a lot of conflicts, both internal and external, but they accomplished a lot, right? So now let's look at questions. The primary purpose of this passage is to describe the barriers confronting women in the contemporary workplace. Is it about contemporary workplace? अभी तक current, contemporary means current. आज के बारे में कुछ बात हुई नहीं. So this is out of scope. Call readers' attention to an overlooked contributor, perhaps. Yeah. They played some role, we don't know about it. Critique the methods employed by an important. First of all, they're saying it was not as important as it should be. And there's no criticism. Rebuke historians. Rebuke is scold. So are we scolding people here? No, they're just saying, you know what, you should have paid more attention to this. So D is extreme, and as we said, we won't go with extreme. B is mild. So answer is option B. Which of the following best characterizes the American Federation of Labor's view of the WTUL? Okay, so we are talking about the skilled wala labor, right? That big company that took WTL in its wings. The WTL was an important component. No, they didn't think it was important. See, we want these guys' views. They thought that it was just something they took under their wing. Because of, Eleanor came in another paragraph. If you go back and see, right, she's there in the third paragraph and AFL is there in the second paragraph. There's no connection. So B is also out. Was to be avoided because was to be avoided because the radical element within it attracted unwanted. No, they didn't avoid it exactly. They took it under its wing, right? So they offered some, but did not assist. They were largely absent ally. Okay, so answer is D. And WTL could not assist because of the skilled unskilled philosophy, right? AFL had skill and WTUL had unskilled. So they could not assist in labor negotiations. So again, if you see C and D, right? D is less extreme and D is the answer, right? Okay. Each of the following is cited in the passage as an accomplishment of the Women's Trade Union League, except it organized a highly skilled workforce. It contributed to the development of a group of leaders. It provided essential support to striking women. it helped fund startups. So the thing is that we know कि startup funding हुआ, right? I'll show you where it is done. It was instrumental in the passage of minimum wage. It provided seed money to who organized workers. So that is there. Okay, startup unions. It gave essential support to striking women, right? It contributed to Alienware, that was there in the third paragraph towards the end. But it didn't organize a highly skilled workforce. The workforce in WTL was mostly unskilled. So this is the problem here, unskilled or skilled ka problem. So answer is option A. Just one word, skilled, unskilled, right? This is out. We want except, right? So this is true, this is true, this is true. We want something false. So answer is option A. Great. Last passage, guys. Just help us out here. So again, this is the first part. This is the second part. I'm at the first part and I'm pausing. Now you can pause here and let's start off with the passage map. Function of strategic planning is to position a company for long-term growth. So again, thoda sa introduction. See, it's never a plain introduction. It's like even second passage that we did, it was an introduction and it talked about the conflict that WTUL faced. Yahan pe bhi, it talks about the function, introduction, right, of strategic planning. And it explains a little bit more. It becomes the basis for supporting strategies in various departments, right? So it defines strategic planning ka function and role. Okay. And this is where all too many strategic plans go astray. So what is the problem? That is the second problem. Second paragraph, sorry. Right? Okay, recent shows that are concerned with the potential breakdown. Unlike 1980s and 90s that blindly, even when they were misguided, today's corporations tend to second guess. So the reason why strategic plans don't work is that implementation doesn't take place well. Earlier, even if they were wrong, the implementation happened. But now, they are always concerned about a potential breakdown in the implementation of the plan. So implementation is what leads to strategic plans going bust. That's the second paragraph. An outsider can help the process, but in the final analysis, if the company doesn't make the plan, the company won't follow the plan. So this is the outsider means consultant. So one of the problems with strategic planning in the 1980s was that it was a top-down approach with a few corporate officers and consultants. Bahar se number crunching experts came in and generated a lot of volume of facts and figures, and that didn't have anything to do with the day-to-day reality. And key middle managers were left out, resulting in lost opportunities and ruffled feeling. Okay, so ये implementation में consultant can help, but there are negatives. So pros and cons, and mostly cons. That's the focus, right? That if it is not made in the company, it won't be followed by the company. And consultants come and give all these, grand theories, number crunching experts give them. They are not helpful. Last two, however, more hands-on, which means that within the company wala bana hua strategic plan can provide startling results. So a recent survey of 1,000 small to medium sized businesses, right, showed that companies with strategic plan had annual growth of 6.2 as opposed to 3.8 where companies didn't have. So companies with a strategic plan with companies without one, way you can see the difference in growth is a lot. So you have an example of saying that agar hands-on strategic planning hota hai, so it is successful. Perhaps most importantly, a strategic plan helps companies anticipate and survive change. New technology means that markets can shift faster than ever before. Wonder why they should plan 2 years ahead when markets are, changing every quarter. The fact is that at the very pace of change, that makes planning crucial. Companies have to stay alert, and long-range planning expands options. So, your first paragraph was introduction. Second paragraph is problem, the implementation problem. You can get a consultant, but consultant also is a problem. Best thing is to do hands-on strategic planning. And again, the fifth paragraph is concluding by saying why it is good. Even if there is change, strategic planning keeps you alert. Long range planning expands option and organizational flexibility. Okay, so overall, the whole passage has a thrust towards, okay, please do strategic planning. Okay, must be written by a consultant, I'm telling you. Okay, so primary purpose, yeah, that's what we just discussed. That's what we should always do when we finish a passage map. Refute the idea that change to last me, Ayana, is bad for a corporate. No, change is inevitable. Describe how long-term planning, despite some potential pitfalls, yeah. That's why you see how mild this is. Despite potential pitfalls. Compare and contrast. नहीं, two styles तो है ही नहीं. ठीक है, there is the consultant wala strategic planning and the hands-on strategic planning, but they are not. That is not the main part, right? It's just one example. Evaluate the strategic planning goals. Corporate America today out. This is completely out of scope, right? Change is bad is out. This. So I hope, right, between B and C we can see why B is right and C is wrong. Primary purpose is to show that even if strategic planning has some problems, it concludes by saying it is good. Okay. It can be inferred from the passage that in general strategic planning had all of the following problems except. So this was a problem that you were relying on outside consultants, right? Who did not necessarily understand day-to-day realities. That's what was written. A dependence on theoretical models that did not, again, so these are two things that are similar, right? An inherent weakness in the company's own ability to implement the strategic plan. This we will check. See, ये 80s में लिखा था कि consultants was very popular. And excess of information, so all A, B, D, they all come together with consultants. But 80s and 90s mein, it was mentioned that even if they were misguided, the guys implemented their strategic plan. So let's go back and check. So if you want, you can go back and check, right? Okay, in the company, this was with strategic planning in the 1980s. Sorry. Yeah. Unlike the 1980s and 90s, corporations that blindly followed their 5-year plans, even when they were misguided. So implementation is a problem right now, recent. In 80s, they implemented even if they were misguided. So you can see why your answer will be option C. Oops. Which is an inherent weakness. This was not true of the 80s. This was true recently, but not true in the 80s. Right? Answer is option C. The author most likely mentions the results to say, कि अरे देखो, you know, if you do hands-on strategic planning, it's major on successful. And illustrate is hands-on, it produces uninspiring results. No, it is successful. In fact, the author uses the word startling, which is a little extreme. So B is out. Put forth an opposing view, so that no, it's not an opposing view, right? It is continuing with strategic plans, but a different type of strategic plan. Give a concrete example, did not work. No, in fact, give a concrete example of it working. 6.2 versus 3.8. So D is good. Support her contention that when it is done properly, hands-on, it can be successful. So answer is option D, right? So great. I hope this whole exercise helped you guys. Before leaving, as usual, your bonus puzzle. At the beginning of the winter, there were at least 66 students. After the class, 13 boys transferred into the class and 11 girls moved out. Ratio of boys and girls then became equal. Which of the following is not a possible ratio of boys to girls before the transfers, right? And as usual, here is a reading assignment, a brief history of poaching in Africa. Before you meet me next, please read up, guys. As you can see, reading really will improve your CAT scores, right? Where will you see me next? You will see me in the evening. We will discuss para jumbles and odd man out. And of course, you'll see me on Saturday in the Ask Me Anything at 11 o'clock, right? You could find me and other great educators on Unacademy. So please subscribe to it. There are a lot of great features like live classes, doubt clearing sessions, test series analysis, etc. You can subscribe for it. What subscription to go for? If you are convinced and focused on CAT 20, then go for the 6-month or 12-month package. If you are confused between CAT 20 and CAT 2021, then go for the 24-month package. You can use my code Munira10 to get a 10% discount, right? So I enjoyed our first verbal session today. I hope you all had a good time too. I'll see you all soon. Take care. Bye-bye.